Good days, viewers at home. You are welcome to Reality Online Christian News today. I am Omoni Oluwadamilola. On the news today, 13 Christians released from Eritrean prison after being falsely imprisoned for 10 years. The Voice of the Martyrs (VOM), a ministry serving persecuted believers worldwide, confirmed the news of the group's release. According to CBN News, VOM sent an email urging Christians to pray for the release of Pastor El Nagi and Dr. Kiflu Gebremeske, two church leaders based in Eritrea. On July 22nd, it marked 17,000 days and nights of imprisonment since their arrest in 2014. Since 2004, additionally, an estimated 400 Christians were jailed for preaching the gospel. In response to the mail, more than 10,000 people responded to the petition. Although the pastors weren't released, 13 Christians were freed 6 days later. The two pastors were part of the full gospel church in Eritrea before the government shut down most churches in the country in 2002. They have never had a lawyer. They don't know how long they will be in prison. There is no prison sentence. They just disappear into the Eritrean prison system. VOM radio host told CBN, the Global Lane last month. Amid the release of the 13 Christians, Netuleuti encouraged believers to continue praying for those who remain in prison, including the two pastors. There are still more than 300 Christians in Eritrean prison, he stated in a press release. Don't stop being a voice for them to the Eritrean embassy. Go today and add your name to the list of those who are committed to praying. Horror as prominent pastor butchered to death in Ondo State. Wife murdered. Security personnel from Ondo State Police Command have arrested a 30-year-old man, Muhammad Musa, over the brutal murder of a farmer, Pastor Dada Itopa. Pastor Itopa was crudely killed on his farm in Ipele, in Owo local government area of the state. One suspect has been arrested. Two others are on the run, while the wife of the pastor was injured in the attack is in the hospital. The victim's wife escaped with several degrees of injuries and is presently on admission at the Federal Medical Center, FMC, in Owo. History of Christianity today in Nigeria. Christians previously on this episode of Christians in History of Christian in Nigeria. Christian in Nigeria comprises an estimated 49.3% of the population. Christians are dominant in the southern parts of the country, according to the Pew Research Center. Nigeria has the largest Christian population of any country in Africa, with more than 80 million persons in Nigeria belonging to the church with various denominations. The Catholics, through the influence of the Portuguese traders, were the first missionaries to set foot on Nigerian soil. The primary objective of the early Christian missionaries was to convert the heathen or the benighted African to Christianity via education. One of the slaves that was instrumental to the advent of Christianity in Nigeria was Samuel Ajayi Crowther, who was captured at the age of 12 by Fulani slave traders and sold to Portuguese slave traders. Ajayi Crowther later regained his freedom and became the first African to be ordained bishop by the Christian Missionary Society, CMS. Arena of Encounter program. One of parental responsibility is caring for their children. this week edition of Hour of Encounter program, an interdenominational program which usually come up every Wednesday, as the Arena of Encounter was based on a parental prayer tagged Adura Alabiyamo. It is 3 weeks program. Join us next week, Wednesday again, for another powerful edition of this program. Once again, I am Omoni Oluwadamilola. Please stay tuned and remain blessed.